Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Let's go. 8, read.
Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Recon, 132 fighter.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now back to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
80 weapons.
Mixon with a first down carry. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A Raider first down, 17 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Running is Jacobs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
3rd and 6. Ready. 10-2 stop.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Go team, spell. Fight.
On first down, Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get this ball back with offense. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to complete it to Moreau. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mark 55. Mark 55.
6-6. Pull it hot. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 55 to Mike.
Pilot 64. Wait.
Switch. Check 3. Check nickel. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, wahoo!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Everyone got 4 down. Check 13.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
X3, 218, chop, speed grip.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Hey, Orbit. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Edwards. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Joe Mixon, and he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, nice move at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers. Hey, Echo. Check right, check right. Watch it, it's a go.
2nd and 1. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Go. 80 weapon.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. It got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On second and 10, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they...
And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Jackson now to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll come out in the pistol. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On third down, Swift, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. On the crossing route, complete. It's Edwards. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
A A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Mixon will try the right side.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster.
The pass on 1st down. Complete to Robert Foster.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfro, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down, Dolphins.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just to... And he is in! Touchdown, Miami! A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Jackson.
One last shot for Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
29 is Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him.